Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and we're going to get started on something here that just came up. Did my first job today with my trailer. I went to DMV yesterday, and well, first I went to DMV day before yesterday and got my paperwork for a new title for a homemade trailer. And they gave me a paper with the VIN number on it. Then I had to come home and stamp the VIN number on the, I'm going to get that bee one of these days. He keeps hanging around here for some reason. Anyway, then the next day I took it to the state police barracks, and they inspected the trailer and signed off on the paper. And then the same day, on the way back yesterday, I went and got a title and tags for it. So the trailer is now legal and is hopefully going to make me some money. Today I went and picked up a Cub Cadet, and I'll show you that here in a minute. That is the focus of this video, how to fix a wore out steering column on a Cub Cadet. So from what I've seen so far, it looks like all it is just a wore out bushing, allowing the small gear to come away from the big gear, and it's just sitting there spinning, click click click, you know, around as he turns it. So we're going to be making a bushing today, or not today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, but for now, I'll show you what we got going on here. Now, if you look right here at this gear, you'll see when I turn the steering column, let me get my hand in a good spot here so I can show you what's going on. See there? So basically it's just the bushing that's causing that to work away from it. See, bushing's bad. So we're going to be making a new bushing for this, and we'll get to it. Stay tuned. But there is the first, my trailer's first job. Now I still need to add one of these right there. We're going to add one right here, maybe put one here and one right here, and I still have to make my rest to put here as a cradle for this bar here to sit down in when we have it off. And we got our winch hooked up, and apparently it slid down, the cable slid down in these grooves and caused it to have slack. So from now on, when we go to strap down, we're going to just run a strap from here to the corner of this somewhere. So we got to put an eye here too. So, you know, I've got the winch on it, and it works really good. I've got a battery tender in the box. I'll show you that. Now that's just a small battery, and I'm working on getting another one for it, and my battery tender down in there so that it keeps this trailer charged. So then I want to put a toolbox on it, and I'm thinking about taking the little small toolbox that I have, if it'll fit, and put the winch inside the toolbox, and then mount this to a separate bracket coming out, so that when the cable comes out of the toolbox, and I'm not even pointing it in the right direction, so this here comes out of the toolbox and right into this, so this will be mounted just right outside the toolbox. So I ran my wires down through here, and then I've got it hooked to this, so I can just hook up my thing, and I'll show you that if I can find my keys. So here's what I got. Wait a minute, let me start that over. So here's what we got for hooking up the wires. Is a 4-prong hitch plug that 2 of these wires goes to the motor or the winch, and then the other 2 goes to the battery. And on this, what I did was, to make this long enough, I had to take a 50-foot extension cord, cut it in half, and then I stripped all the coating off of the wires, because with the coatings they wouldn't fit in here. I needed 4 of them. So because they wouldn't fit in this hole, and I didn't want to cut that out, I went ahead and took all the coating off of it. And I took the black wires. I got 2 black wires, 2 white wires, 2 dark green wires, and 2 light green wires. Light green and white are positive, and dark green and black is negative. And we just I took black tape and wrapped it, and you just plug it in, and you can go all the way back to the back, set on the tractor, steer it up on the trailer while you're pushing the button to pull you up on it, if the tractor is one that can't be driven. So I thought that was a pretty good addition to the trailer. Now, I don't know where I got this plug, but I was looking through my junk drawers and stuff, and found I had a brand spanking new one, brand new, the whole kit, everything. So there you have that setup. And like I said, this is the first job that my trailer's done, and I kind of like their let me look here. Look at how they got that muffler up in there. I wonder why it's like that. That makes no sense. Anyway, we'll get started on that bushing and see if we can't fix this for the guy. He's the one who, Terry, his name's Terry, and he bought this Bible for me, man. Check that out. Ain't that pretty? Got the thorns, and it goes onto the back side of it, and it's the Christian Standard Bible, and even had my name imprinted on it with the praying hands on one side and the cross on the other side, and they stamped it in there, Bobby. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's giant print. I can read that. So anyway, we'll get started on the bushing. I'm going to look through a bunch of bushings that I have, and we'll meet you in the shop. So we'll see what we got. Alright guys, we got it off, and this is what it looks like. And as you can see, it's all wallered out on both sides, and I figured that's what the case was. But here is another issue. I'm going to have to make this so that it's got this octagon shape on it, because it goes down into a hole to keep it from spinning. So we're going to see if we can't make this bad boy out of brass that looks exactly like that. So we'll meet you at the lathe to start making our piece, and we'll be back. Alright guys, we got the steering column out, and this was the bushing that came on it, so we're going to have to make this bushing. Looks like I'm going to be using my dividing head. We're going to try to do it with the dividing head. anyway, this is the top side where the steering wheel goes to, and then this is the bottom side where this goes to it. And basically, this bushing is just one more plumb out. First of all, they used the wrong kind of material. That's metal, steel. That should have been bronze or brass. So we're going to try to make one out of this. But before we start, this thing here got chewed up real bad. So we're going to try to chuck this up in the lathe and see if we can't smooth that down a little bit to make it smooth again. Hopefully we don't go past the threads or the gear here. I think I got enough to just clean it up, but we'll see. So we're going to just take this thing apart, put it on the lathe. Yes, it's raining again. It's all it ever does here is rain. Rain, 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 rain. So we'll go ahead and get this in the lathe and get it chucked up and clean that up a little bit, that surface. Alright, we're going to put this in the lathe and we're going to see if we can feed it through from the other side. And we can. Alright, and then we'll clean that up. Alright, we got that cleaned up a little bit. Now we can take this out. And then we got to make our bushing. Alright, now we got to drill it out. Alright, so now that we've got that bored out, we can do the outside. So we're going to do the outside of this. And that's not really a critical part. The most critical part is the stop sign shape, or hex. So we got 1 1/8 inches. So we need to bring that down to 1 1/8 inches. and as you can see, we've got a long way to go. So we're going to put us a mark on there, a temporary mark. And that's where we need to stop. Now that we've got that cut, we're going to make our octagon shape first. The reason is so I have something to hold in the mill. So we're going to take this out and go over to the mill and mill out the octagon shape. Now we've got 6 sides here that we can work with. Now if it was 5 sides, we'd be in trouble. But because it's 6 sides, we can do this pretty evenly. This is a 40-to-1, so we can turn this 20 turns to get it opposite to the other, and then we will go around and start the next one and then do a 20 turn and do the next 2, and so forth and so forth, if you understand what I mean. My battery's acting crazy. It acts like it's going to go dead on me. So we need to put that on there just like that and get it somewhat close to where we want it, and then we will bring this in alright. So now we want to bring that in to where it just touches. Alright, we've got it centered. Now we want it to where it's just barely touching. Alright, so now we've got it set. Now what we need to do is bring it down, and we'll get started. Alright guys, we got the new bushing in, and look, no clicking. When you turn the steering wheel, the wheels turn with it. Thank you. Well guys, that was quite possibly, this is quite possibly the worst video I've ever done. I forgot to show you guys the bushing after it was done. But you know, when I took it off of the mill, basically all I did was just filed the edges, and I went out and put it on, and I meant to show it one more time before I put it in, and I forgot. So forgive me guys. Anyway, the job is done. The man ought to be pretty happy with it. When you turn the wheel, or steering wheel, the wheels turn without any clicking. But basically, the only thing it was, and I knew this before I even brought it over here, is that hole is not completely round. And it wallowed it out in two different places, so it kind of looks like a Mickey Mouse right there, or a heart. So there's the old one, and it's got a hex shape that sets down in a hex hole, and basically it looks exactly like that, except the center hole is perfect and fits the shaft, and it's brass. It's the only difference. So people who are watching me are machinists anyway, so they know what I did. Anyway, that'll wrap this video up, and I'm having problems with batteries going dead, so right now I'm on my red SJ6 or SJ-M20. I was on my blue one, but it kept dying on me. So you guys have a good one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment,